All right. Okay, so this message, I guess, is going to be for Deborah. I asked Deborah what song she wanted to learn. She says, When We're Older by James Blake. I probably can't focus on this one right now, but that is the song I'd like to learn. Okay, well, let me get you into a place where you can maybe do something like that. All right, so I'm going to bring you here. As you can see, these are my real fingers on my real keyboard. And as you can see right underneath that, you can see when I play the keyboard, you see what I'm playing, okay? Now, let me show you what a typical scenario like this would look like. I'm going to take your song right now. It says, oh, James Blake. I'm going to take the author and the name of the song, and I'm going to go over here to guitar tabs. And I'm literally just going to throw that into the, to the top right here where it says, When We Were Older by James Blake. And when I go back to get it all set up, you'll see that the first thing that pops up is all these funky chords. And I swear this thing it just hates me. This thing really hates me. It's okay. There we go. So as you can see right here at the good grief. All right, here at the very top, you've got all of these chords. And if I come over here, right under here, you'll see the root chord is C. Now, I go through some transposing things that are part of my lesson. And this is the original key of this. If you go up here to the very top, it says it's in A flat. Okay, and it is. Okay, but what I did is I transposed that. This is something I teach. I can teach you how to transpose, but all you're going to do, I want you to see how easy this is. Once you've transposed it to C, okay, so that you can play with it, what I want you to do is literally bring up the song and play the song along with it. So I'm just going to play a snippet of this real quick. So go over here. If the storm comes, if we burn up, if the wells run dry, you're my reason to believe in another life. If it all ends and it's over, if the sky falls far, best believe me, you will see me on the other side. Okay, so let me stop this real quick, because as you notice, I'm just playing over the top with it. And then if I come back here, I just want you to notice that all I'm doing is following these chords. And the tempo and the gauge at which I play or press the chords is in direct relationship to his lyrics. So the thing I really, really, really like about the connection that you can make with something like Ultimate Guitar is that when he hits the very initial part of the I in if, that is your cue to press the keys, right? And you got to get ready because your G over B is going to come, or your B over G is going to come up right as he starts if for this. Like, it is perfectly placed with the word. And that's what I want you guys to see. And if you can do that, if you can just hit that key with the word, you are good to go. And if you have any questions about what keys you need to play, guess what? As soon as you roll over that with your mouse, it's going to show you where you need to put your fingers on the keyboard. It's that simple. All right. And then this entire verse, it's the second verse. It's the third. It's the entire instrumental. That's all it is. And so what he's doing here, and this isn't important. I would never recommend for a new beginner to do this. But what he's doing is an arpeggio where this is the chord, and what he's going to do is he's going to play. and then he just goes through that chord progression, and then he's good to go. So one of the things that I also teach in the course is how to realign the letters to numbers, because I would say the first thing that we learn as kids, especially when it comes to our fingers, is numbers. And so we assign numbers in my method to the fingers, and then we assign those to the letters that we're going to see based on where we start on the root. So and the way that I set this up is that the original root is an A flat. I adjusted this using the transpose feature, which I'll show you in the course, to get to a more comfortable place to play, which is in the key of C. You'll get the same exact tones as if you were playing an A flat using this transpose method, okay? But all you're gonna do is repeat the numbers. And so you would remember if C is number 1, then this is going to be 5, okay? So we go 1, 5, 6, 3, 6, 5, 2, 5, and then a 5. The last one is the 7th chord, which I will talk once again. These are all little things that really are not that big of a deal. You can learn it in less than an afternoon. You can learn it in less than 10 minutes. But what I want to show you is a small, quick video, like we're talking 6-7 minutes, how I'm able to readjust this and start playing without sheet music, without it, okay? Now, I know I made it look easy, but that's just because I got a lot of practice under my belt. The method and the flow, right, the workflow of this will never change. It doesn't change for me. It doesn't change for you. It's called, I went and found where the chord progression was. I built my chords using the tempo of the actual music. You know, I played the actual music and I played over the top of it. And that's what I'm doing. So if you're sitting there with your tiny little keyboard and you want to play, then that's what you're going to do. You're going to bring this up. You're going to bring your keyboard out and you are going to play along with it very, very slowly. You don't have to play, you know, you can literally just play C and then just play the bass notes, which is the foundation of this song, as you sing to it. So like and I'll give you a little example and then I'll get out of here. So. Watch, he's going to start over again. Here we go. Okay. So as you see that, like if I were to, and I just stop right there and I want to practice singing over it, guess what? I'm just going to sing in the same way he did. And if the earth shakes like a big quake and our lives flash by, you're the first thing I'll be seeking with these arms of mine. And that's it. All I'm doing is as I'm singing, now my, cue comes from the same place. It's coming like as you see this right here, I press C as if the earth, and right there on cue, as I say shakes like a big quake and our lives flash by. Okay, like as soon as I hit by, I'm also pressing with by. And so all I'm doing is just lining everything up. I'm lining up the bass. I'm lining up with the melody that I'm using, and I'm lining it up with my chord progression. Okay, and all of it follows the tempo, building from the bass up, and then we add the melody either with our, our right hand or with our, with our voice. Okay, because our voice is producing the melody. Okay, guys. Like I said, under 10 minutes. I hope this was a very, very quick idea behind the workflow of how you could start playing very, very quickly. Okay. And imagine like when you're not sitting here listening to all the instructions, I could have, gotten this underneath my belt in literally under 3 minutes and just start playing and repeating and playing and repeating. So don't let this overcomplicate. Please understand we do live in a modern society where we can break all the rules of our parents and say, hey, as long as we remind ourselves that those important rules like tempo, bass, and melody are all being followed in order to engineer a harmony, then Who cares how we arrive at that outcome as long as the outcome sounds good? All right, guys. So if that sounds interesting, throw me some more questions and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.